What if I told you there's a silent code that women are wired to respond to, and 99% of men never discover it? It's not about looks, not about money, not even about the smoothest pickup lines. It's about understanding a deep ancient truth about women. And once you know it, you walk differently, speak differently, and women can feel it before you say a word. You've been lied to by modern dating advice. Because real attraction isn't sparked through performance. It's born when you stop chasing and start becoming. Becoming a man grounded in power, stoic, centered, certain. In today's video, you'll learn the silent force women can't resist, why presence beats looks every time, and how to make her fall not by trying but by being. Let's break it down. Part 1. The magnetic pull of presence. Faki di. There's a reason the quietest man in the room often draws the most attention. He's not seeking approval. He's not fidgeting. He's simply there, fully. This is presence. Women aren't just attracted to words or status. They're attracted to a man who is fully rooted in the now. A man who listens deeply, who isn't planning his next sentence, but is feeling every second with his eyes, his energy, his stillness. This kind of presence is rare because most men are distracted, nervous, in their heads. But when you train yourself, like the Stoics did, to be still in chaos, to control your breath, to look without needing, to touch without rushing, you unlock the deepest, most primal attraction trigger. Presence is power, and women feel it instantly. Part 2. The power of emotional mastery. This being on T. Let's be clear. Women test you not to break you, but to feel you. To feel if you bend, if you react, if you lose control. But when you carry emotional mastery, you become untouchable. Think of Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome. Betrayed, attacked, under pressure, but never reactive, never chaotic. Women fall for men like that. Why? Because emotional control, nurtures safety, plus danger in perfect balance. You're calm but not weak. You're powerful but not loud. You're passionate but never desperate. When a woman sees that her emotions don't shake your core, she doesn't just respect you, she feels safe to open up. And when a woman feels safe in your presence, she falls. Part 3. Non-neediness. The ultimate aphrodisiac. Neediness repels. Non-neediness, irresistible. It's simple. What you chase runs. What you are, the world gives. A woman knows when you're chasing her validation. Every compliment, every DM, every attempt to prove yourself, it's all noise. But the man who isn't trying, because he's whole without her, that's the man who becomes the obsession. Non-neediness is not indifference. It's abundance. It says, I want you, but I don't need you. I choose you, but I'm complete without you. This energy is rare, and when a woman feels it, she drops her guard. She leans in. She chases you. Part 4. The unseen power of certainty. A man who knows what he wants doesn't ask for permission to be himself. Certainty in a man is magnetic. Not arrogance, not loud bravado, but quiet, unshakable certainty. It's when you walk into a room and don't search for validation. It's when you talk and your words don't seek approval. They come from clarity. It's when you're with her and you're not wondering, does she like me? But instead thinking, do I even like her? This flips the power dynamic. Women instinctively sense when a man is uncertain. They notice the micro-hesitations. They catch the nervous over-explaining, and it quietly kills the attraction. But a man who is certain of who he is, what he wants, and where he's going, that man doesn't need to chase. He simply moves through the world, and the world follows. And when a woman meets a man like that, she falls, not for what he says, but for what he knows, without saying a word. Part 5. Emotional control is irresistible. The man who controls his emotions controls the entire room. Women feel everything. They're emotional beings. They absorb moods, read energy, and mirror presence. So when you're a man who stays calm in chaos, who doesn't flinch when tested, who smiles when provoked, who walks away when it's toxic, you instantly separate yourself from 99% of men. Most men react. They beg, they argue, they try to prove they're worthy. But Stoic men, they pause. They observe. They choose their responses with power, not panic. And this, my brother, drives her wild. Why? Because it makes her feel safe in your frame. And more importantly, it forces her to respect you. And respect is the foundation of deep feminine attraction. Part 6. Mastery of attention. Where your eyes go, she follows. A man's attention is currency. Never spend it on what won't give you a return. Women don't fall for men who worship them. They fall for the man who isn't. easily moved by beauty but is deeply drawn to depth. When you walk into a room and you don't scan for the prettiest woman. When you're having a conversation and your eyes aren't darting, seeking, needing, when you're with her but not wrapped around her, that's when she becomes curious. Why isn't he chasing me? What makes him so composed? What does he see? That's beyond me? Your attention is sacred. Don't waste it. Don't pour it into DMs, double texts, or desperate reactions. Because once a woman realizes your focus is a prize, not a default, she fights for it. Part 7. Silence is a weapon. Use it wisely. The man who can sit in silence already holds power over the one who can't. You think you need to always say something, to keep her entertained, to keep the conversation going, to fill the silence. But real men, the Stoic men, they know the power of pausing, of holding eye contact and letting her speak, of not reacting instantly when she tries to provoke emotion, of allowing stillness to speak louder than words. You don't have to be loud to be noticed. You don't have to explain yourself to be respected. You don't have to justify your feelings to be valid. Your silence shows mastery. Your stillness makes her chase your attention. She wonders, what is he thinking? And that curiosity creates obsession. Part 8. Emotional availability without weakness. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's strength without fear. Many men confuse being emotionally open with being emotionally needy. But when you're able to express your story, your mission, your scars, without seeking sympathy, that's power. When you can sit with your pain without collapsing. When you can share your truth without performing. When you can feel deeply without losing direction, you become rare. You become the man who is both grounded and real. And that balance, emotional strength with raw honesty, is what makes a woman feel deeply connected to you. Not because you're trying to win her, but because you've already won the war inside yourself. Part 9. She subconsciously watches how you react to her silence. There will come a time when she goes quiet. No texts, no calls, just silence. And you feel it, that growing void pulling at your mind like a black hole. Most men crumble here. They rush to fill the silence with attention, validation, or desperation. But a powerful man, a Stoic man, does something different. He remains calm. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Senecio. Understand this. When a woman pulls away, it's not just about distance. It's a test. She wants to see if your world revolves around her or if you stand rooted in your own. If you panic, she loses attraction. If you chase, you kill the mystery. But if you stay composed, you ignite her curiosity. Stoic men use these silent moments to sharpen themselves. They go to the gym, read, build, expand, because they know absence amplifies value. A woman can only crave what is no longer easily available. Let her feel that void. Let her wonder, because the man who doesn't chase becomes the man she can't stop thinking about. Part 10. Women fall for the man who doesn't need them, but chooses them. Attraction is never just about looks. It's not money. It's not even status. It's about self-possession. A man who belongs to himself first. He who is brave is free. Seneca. Women fall for men who walk into a room and don't scan for approval. They fall for the man whose silence speaks louder than others' noise. The one who knows his worth without demanding recognition. That man is rare. He doesn't seek to be chosen. He is the chooser. He's not begging for a seat at her table. He's building his own empire. And when she realizes she's not needed, that's when she starts chasing. Because every woman wants a man who could walk away at any moment, but chooses to stay only when he deems her worthy. That's the deepest seduction. Not words, not gifts, but pure, unshakable masculine groundedness. Final word. She doesn't want you to know this, but now you do. They'll never tell you this truth. They'll call it toxic, arrogant, cold. But what they fear is that you'll finally wake up, that you'll stop living for female validation, that you'll stop dancing for attention, that you'll stop needing permission to feel powerful. A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. Marcus Aurelius. From this moment forward, let it sink in. You don't chase, you build. You don't prove yourself. You embody value. You don't need her. You choose her from a place of abundance. And when you live like that, she will fall. Not because you played a game, but because you became the prize. Welcome to the path of the Stoic man. Don't look back.